You're listening to Have You Ever Wondered? It is Monday, July 18th, 2022. I'm Chloe, and the title of today's episode is Hit Save. So you guys, last night, this past weekend, I had a lot on my mind, like a lot. And last night I was prepping for this morning, today, and not fully paying attention to what I was doing. Eek. And I accidentally deleted all my notes from all the past shows. In case you're wondering, this is show number 35. Yay, this one that we're in right now. But up until now, I had all the notes almost for like every single show that's been done so far, the notes that I wrote to help me do the show. And it's not like I'm ever gonna redo any episode again verbatim, but I just liked to have the notes there and look at what I prepared and then how it came to fruition. And I was so upset with myself for this accidental deletion. I tried everything I could do to retrieve the notes. They did not want to come back, so I moved on with the evening. And then this morning, while I was prepping, I figured out how to get them back. But it requires using my other iPad, which is what I usually use, to go through the notes on the show. So today I'm using, if you're on the YouTube, you can see it. I'm using my old phone, my tiny old phone, to be notes for me so that I can do surgery on the old notes later. So I'm kind of excited that worked out. Anyway, yay. So you gotta peel back the curtain, you know? Like, nothing is perfect. Things happen sometimes. All right, well, we all go on Instagram, right? Right? It's the thing to do for now. You may have even gotten to the place where you're listening to this or watching this because you clicked on a link from there, or because you found out about it in my stories or in a post, or both. All of the above. And often the older generations are found ragging on social media and saying that it's bringing about the destruction and distraction of our society. And I can see examples where it might look like that, or even be like that. But did you ever think about the fact that this is also the largest exchange of information and communication ever in human history, and it's going on every second of every day? Billions of pictures and videos and messages, and I find it fascinating. So to me, it's chock full of opportunity. It's not a place to compare yourself to others. Please don't compare yourself to others. We're all on different journeys, you know? And yours is not supposed to look like anybody else's. So looking at theirs and wishing you had it is pointless. Find yours and then go do that. And it's not a place to find and give validation. Not for me. I don't need anyone else's validation, and you sure as heck don't need mine. No, I find myself opening Instagram most frequently and saying something like, I wonder what interesting things people have going on today. I know and follow, or don't know and follow, some pretty interesting people. And you guys are out there killing it. I mean, like, for real. First of all, baseline, you're getting up every single day and going out and tackling the world. And that is as admirable as it can get some days. You hear what I'm saying? But you're not just surviving, you're out there contributing, making art and music, bringing up beautiful children, starting useful businesses, sharing your areas of experience or expertise, raising money for important causes, raising awareness for important issues, traveling, taking care of yourself, supporting your friends and family, being patently hilarious, serving your community, providing encouragement and inspiration. I could go on. But I gotta say, it makes me so happy and proud to see. Social media is not a place where I walk away feeling worse about myself. I walk away feeling better about you guys. I'm enthralled at times. So I've started availing myself of the functionality of that little save flag in the lower right-hand corner, hence the name of today's episode. Hit save. And to organize the posts that I think I'll want to look at again later, I've also made little folders, in that area. If you long press it, it'll let you make a folder or add to a folder. So some of my folder names are like smile, self-explanatory, hair, oh boy, are we going to come back for that one on a future episode? Mary Oliver has her own folder because she is currently the poet who has been resonating with me the most recently. Eagles, because being an Eagles fan requires next level dedication in all areas. Go Birds. And I also have one called Encourage. I have a bunch of others, but I'm not going to just read them all. And that one is full of things that have encouraged me. And I've called a few today that will hopefully encourage you as you continue forward on your path and toward your purpose. I'll share the links to them because I'm just going to be reading the posts, but not any of their captions. So you can always go back and take a look at that later. So the first one comes from, I'll mention the account and then I'll read the thing. An account called Young Pueblo. And it says, they asked her, how do you know the healing is working? She answered, when your mind is no longer governed by the past, and when you feel peace in situations where you used to feel tension, you more easily connect with joy and happily use boundaries to protect your well-being. The healing is real when your mind feels lighter and loving yourself becomes more natural. Get a load of that, will you? Another from an account called Hey Corey Allen. I really want you to hear this. Give yourself credit for how far you've come. You've worked through tough times, overcome limits, and allowed yourself to be uncomfortable when you knew it'd help you grow. I know there are people listening to this who can be described by all of that. That was me editorializing. I'll go back to reading. Remember how strong you've been in the past. The next time you start doubting yourself, in the present. I mean, you could even just scroll through your own past posts and be like, whoa. Or things that other people have done, and be like, wow, some cool things are happening, have happened. I think I said this last week, but although I appreciate the need to be verbose sometimes, and I experience it frequently, there's a special sort of purchase that hits when you can say something succinctly and still get the fullness of the meaning across, which is why I pulled this one. And it just, it's from an account called She Prays for Him. And it just says, a lot can happen in a month. Trust God. I like that because it can mean, those two sentences can mean a billion different things, depending on who is reading them. The Creative Independent is an account I like a lot because it takes people who are creatives, obviously, and are kind of out in the world trying to make things happen on their own terms, which a lot of creative people are already doing, but it highlights people whose journey tends to be that specifically. And so in this post, they quoted an artist named Hannah Jewett, who says, I think people are afraid to say no a lot of the time. And it's totally understandable. Turning down opportunities seems crazy sometimes, but it can be counterproductive to say yes to things if A, you don't want to do that, or B, it's going to be more trouble than it's worth. Saying no can sometimes be the best thing you can do for yourself. Defining boundaries is important anywhere you're independent or you're the owner of something. The most important part is to just trust your instincts. And sometimes that does come with experience and failing. I like that one because whenever someone admits that there is a lot of what people sometimes perceive as failure, but really is just trial and error, or just trial. I mean, you have to try things to get things done, and sometimes it goes the way you want, and sometimes it doesn't, and that is a part of the creative process, nay, a part of life itself. And I do know how and why everyone feels like they have to go around acting like everything they do turned out perfectly the first time, but we all know that's not true. Set the boundaries, try something, redo it if it doesn't work the way you want. It's all right. That's what everyone else is out here doing too. No shade. Don't front. Last one. This one is from an account called I Go to Therapy. And it is things your inner child might need to hear today. Having needs doesn't make you needy, even if someone is incapable of meeting that need. Right? You express a need, the person you express it to can't or won't fulfill it, and then, to add insult to injury, they call you needy. Nope. Here's another. Being sensitive does not make you too sensitive. You don't have to mask your sensitivity to be accepted. Ooh, there's a lot of people walking around doing that, just sheerly trying not to get hurt. But you can just be you, you know. It's safe to be angry or sad. A lot of toxic positivity going around where you don't let people feel their uncomfortable emotions, which is the only way to process through them and let go of them. You got to feel this junk. I'm not acting like I've always been doing that, but I'm trying to do it now. Oh, here's a big one because everyone has something that falls under this category. I'm sorry you had to experience the things you went through. You didn't deserve it. And finally, you were always enough, even if they couldn't recognize how wonderful you are. And to me, that is full circle from where we started, because so much of the way the world wants you to use social media is for validation. Hey, look what I'm doing. Don't you think I'm cooler now? But that's not what it is. You are enough, whether or not somebody else thinks so or not. Also, speaking of inner child, I'd like to come back to inner child work on a future episode. It's some liberating stuff, you guys. I'm reading a book on it right now. I'm doing some in therapy. So when I get further along in both, we can chat more about it. I think it's going to be helpful. But in the meantime, take this encouragement. Go back and listen to this again. Click on the links and read these posts for yourself. Find other ones that mean something to you. It's not comparison. It's encouragement. Today's poem was written by Lucille Clifton. And it's called Won't You Celebrate With Me? Won't you celebrate with me what I have shaped into a kind of life I had no model? Born in Babylon, both non-white and woman, what did I see to be except myself? I made it up. Here on this bridge between starshine and clay, my one hand holding tight my other hand. Come celebrate with me that every day something has tried to kill me and has failed. Thanks for hanging out today. Monday can be an odd day sometimes. You know, you're like carrying all this anticipation and maybe dread for the coming events of the week, and it makes the day feel heavier than it needs to sometimes. But all the days are just days. They're opportunities. And I hope you're having a great one. And yo, seriously, keep killing it. You guys are awesome. I'll see you tomorrow.